Hello again everyone, Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song The Kinslayer by Nightwish. Of course, the song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers. As always, if you would like to make a request, just leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it. So, at this point, I've heard a good amount of music from Nightwish. I'd say I'm getting to be a pretty big fan. You know, I like a lot of what I've heard from them, especially live performances. There's a reason that everyone asks for the live performances. Just their stage presence, the energy, and of course the performance from Floor Jansen is always on point. So looking forward to this one. Hopefully it kind of holds up to what I've come to expect. So let's get into it. Again, the Kinslayer, Nightwish. This is a live performance, Buenos Aires. I think the request said 2018. That's what I wrote down. But this one says 2019. Hopefully it's still okay. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, That was pretty fucking cool. Her voice is just so excellent. It has that, like, she's able to sing with that sort of just epic sounding cadence. I don't know how else to describe it. Just so cool sounding. I don't know. I can't even tell you what is so cool about it. I just loved it. A lot of heaviness in the instrumentation, in the vocals as well. Just really well sang on her part. So really excited to break it down, starting with the lyrics. So got an unreviewed song bio here, but it says the second track off of Nightwish's third album, as well as the album's promotional single. It is about the Columbine High School massacre. Wow, I did not get that at all. The single was released on the first anniversary of the shooting, April 20th, 2000. Thomas gave a description about the song from a track-by-track explanation from the official website. It says, on April 20th, 1999, two teenagers, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, went to Columbine High School in Colorado with handmade bombs and shotguns with intention to kill as many of their schoolmates as possible. As they entered the school, they started shooting and throwing bombs everywhere, killing 9 boys. This sounds just like a recount of what happened. Carefully planned for over a year. These guys were determined to kill themselves afterwards. They had no real motive. They made a videotape in the morning just before the massacre where they said, "We are going to kill you all. You've been giving us shit for years. We want to say our sorry for our parents. There's nothing you could have done. This is something we must do. We're sorry. We didn't like you very much." Ex-vocalist from Nightwish briefly talked about the song in an interview to Loudwire after being asked how much of an impact it was in Finland. She said, "Yeah, it's kind of like the first things, really like the sort of things that started to happen afterwards. Terrible, especially I think for Tomas. He had been an exchange student in USA, and he had a U.S. connection a lot more than the rest of us in the band. So for him, it was like a bigger impact." Okay, so maybe it was. I mean, it sounds like it. These are actual recollections, recounts of what happened. So let's take a look. Oh, wow, I actually didn't notice this first line. For whom the gun tolls. Okay. For whom the prey weeps, bow before a war, call it religion. Some wounds never heal, some tears never will. Try for the unkind, cry for mankind. Even the dead cry, their only comfort. Kill your friend, I don't care. Orchid kids, blinded stare. Need to understand, no need to forgive. No truth, no sense left to be followed. I can kind of see it, yeah. Like a little esoteric. It's one of those that I feel like it could be about a lot of things if you don't really know the meaning behind it. Facing this unbearable fear, like meeting an old friend. Time to die, poor mates. You made me what I am. In this world of a million religions, everyone prays the same way. Your praying is in vain. It'll all be over soon. Father, help me. Save me a place by your side. There is no God. Our creed is but ourselves. Not a hero unless you die. Our species eat the wounded ones. Drunk with the blood of your victims, I do feel your pity, wanting pain, lust for fame, a deadly game. Run away with your impeccable kin. Good wombs hath borne bad sons. Cursing God, why? Falling for every lie. Survivor's guilt in us forevermore. So, is this like a back and forth? I'm not too sure. Survivor's guilt in us forevermore. 15 candles, redeemers of this world. Dwell in hypocrisy. How were we supposed to know? Interesting. Okay. So again, without knowing without this unreviewed song bio here, I don't think I would have gotten that out of this one. Just because I think the way they perform and the way their lyrics typically are, just being so like entrenched in fantasy, that's immediately where my brain goes. Is like, this has to do with fantasy, with, you know, dragons and wizards and stuff like that. That's kind of what I get from this band a lot. So my brain would not even go there kind of on its own. So I think it's interesting that they bring it up here in the bio. So okay, again, wouldn't have gotten that without it, but I'm glad they mentioned it. So lyrically, I think that's a big strength of it, though, is that, you know, lyrically it's open enough where you can kind of take your own thing out of it, but it's very clearly about like this one thing, I guess, that really impacted the lyricist at the time. So I think that's pretty cool that it can be about something specific while also being vague enough to just kind of be whatever you want it to be. You can kind of fill it in with what you think. So lyrically, I thought it was great. 2 thumbs up. Instrumentally and vocally, though, that's where this song really shines. I mean, you already know how I feel about Floor Johnson. I think she is like a goddess among men. Just does a fantastic job here in the vocals. Just has this sort of, like I said, this epic cadence to her where it's like I could hear this being in like a fantasy movie or something, where it's like the kind of the background vocals and instrumentation and everything. I mean, it really feels like it fits beautifully in a soundtrack, you know, a movie soundtrack. So yeah, I think she does a fantastic job singing this one. The energy she brings on stage is great. She kind of switches it up, gives a little bit of like sinister sounding vibes to some of those lines that she delivers. Instrumentally, I gotta say, huge shout out to the drummer. There was a drum fill in there that like blew me away. I was like, whoa, he didn't have to do all that, but he did, and it was awesome. Guitar work I thought was fantastic, nice and heavy. In addition to the bass, I just thought, and then the keyboard, I think kind of brought a few moments in here where I was like, okay, that was cool. You know, again, really makes it sound like to me like a movie score. And then is it Tomas? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he does a fantastic job on those backup vocals. I assume that was him. I could be mixing him up with someone else. I'm still learning. I feel like I say that and I'm still like not memorizing everybody's name. But backup vocals were fantastic. I think it was just overall a very enjoyable song. Loved the heaviness from it. Again, love that sort of sense of epicness. And yeah, 2 thumbs up instrumentally and vocally. I don't want to ramble on too much. And then as far as replay value goes, I mean, look, when I listen to one of their live performances, whether it be from that Wacken concert, whether it be from the Buenos Aires, it's just so good. You know, like their command of the stage is excellent. The heaviness and the instrumentation is fantastic. The sort of whimsy, fantastical nature of the lyrics really draws me in. I mean, I really do enjoy this band a whole lot. If nothing else, just for the epicness of it all. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to put it. So, fantastic work here. I give it 2 thumbs up. I really like this one. It's going on my playlist for sure. Can't wait to check them out again. So, as always, thank you for whoever requested this one. I'm sure it was a slew of people with this band. But as always, if you want to be that person who requests something, just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to get to it. If you enjoy the music as much as I did, you know, just go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you should be able to find this song and plenty more Nightwish at this point is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below. Has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. Of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, you know, like and subscribe and comment. Alright guys, that's going to be it. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.